Hi, it's Andrea. I'm here in the beautiful Northern California coast, and this meditation will be guiding us to really connect with and open up our heart space. And we're in a time when there's a lot of conversation around this. People are really feeling drawn to opening their hearts and wanting to have this experience, but they don't always know how. So join me and come sit as we go together into a journey into the heart. And so you can go ahead and just find a nice comfortable seat. Maybe you have your feet on the floor in a comfortable chair or a meditation cushion or just some comfy pillows, or maybe you're outside like me. And just find a nice comfortable seat and give your body a couple deep breaths. Maybe you even enjoy the beautiful backdrop for a minute. And then just allow yourself to just start to go inward, close your eyes, and just take a moment to just be with yourself. Just let everything slow down. Be with your body, be with your heart, be with your mind. And as I continue to talk, you can just stay with your eyes closed and just stay with yourself. And so perhaps the first thing to notice, you don't have to try and force all your thoughts away, make your mind silent, but actually just notice when I mention the heart, when I mention the heart space, what comes up for you. Does that elicit any thoughts, any particular ideas or notions of what the heart is? Does it bring up any emotions or experience? Could bring up excitement or maybe some fear. some maybe some fear or a little bit of concern around, ooh, what could be in there? I don't know. Or maybe there's just a nice softness. So just first notice what comes up when I mention being with your heart and journeying into the heart space. And you don't have to judge it or label it. I don't lose my hat in the wind. You can just notice it with neutrality, like the observer, just noticing what's there. You don't have to force anything down or force anything out. Maybe there's a curiosity. And the heart space is, we often associate it with love, and there is love in the heart and in the heart chakra, but it's also the chakra of affinity. It's the place where we have natural affinity or a natural pull and joy and just resonance with things. And it could be with anything. And one of the best places to sort of reconnect with our natural affinity in our heart space and what we have this natural resonance for is really connecting back with that childhood aspect of us. Because our childhood selves just were naturally drawn to what we were drawn to. We didn't have all of the analyzing, all of the shoulds, all of the ideas of things aren't worthwhile unless they're productive. So just let that sit with you for a moment. And just notice when we think about what we have a natural affinity for, what we have a natural pull and resonance to. And it could be really anything. It could be an inanimate object like flowers. It could be something like the ocean behind me. It could be animals, or it could be an experience and a doing. And it could be something serving a greater purpose in your life. Or it could just be something that just brings you this sense of peace and brightness without any logic. The heart chakra it's not a place of logic. It's a place of affinity. So let yourself, perhaps you see, sense, know something within you that wants you to reconnect with it, this natural affinity. It does not have to have any bigger purpose or productive aspect or make any sense to anyone other than that it feels right and it fills you up. And it really is sort of a vibration elevating aspect to it. So let yourself just breathe into that and see what comes up. And it could even be a memory. It could be something specific. It could be something you've never occurred to you before. For myself, I've always had such a strong resonance with flowers. When I was younger, I thought, oh my gosh, it would be amazing to work in a florist shop and just be surrounded by flowers. And I didn't realize, but it's just because I have an affinity with flowers, with their vibration, with their beauty, with their scent, with everything. And so if that thing, that experience, that whatever it is that you have a natural affinity for, and it could be something like one of my sisters has an affinity for animals. She always has. She became a veterinarian. But it could be something that is not an active part of your life, or maybe it is. But if that thing, that experience, that memory, whatever it is that you have this pull for in your heart, if it had a color, what would that color be? And let yourself, not from an analytical place, but just see, sense, know, what would that color be? It doesn't have to make sense. And now I want you to take that color and imagine you can bring and draw that color into your heart center, and not your anatomical heart, but your heart chakra, which is really in the center of your chest. And maybe you even take your hands and place them over the center of your chest and bring that color into the center of your chest. Color is frequency and is vibration, and so you're vibrationally bringing that aspect of affinity into your heart. And let yourself just sit with that vibration, with that color, with that activation. Just breathe with it. And then you can just release it and let it go. And sometimes when we activate or reconnect with an aspect of ourselves, especially if it's something with our hearts that we haven't connected with or we have felt disconnected or blocked from, because there are experiences in life, conditioning, pain, things that can disconnect us from and block us from accessing the free energy and affinity that's in our heart chakra. And that can happen in all of our chakras. And so sometimes when we start to reconnect with this space, some of those places where we might have been a little bit closed off or a little bit blocked can start to bring up a little bit of that. And that bringing up is actually a good thing, because it's a bringing up to bring it out and to release it. And so you can just sit with and notice, and this can come up as memories, it can come up as emotion, it can come up as sometimes feeling like a disconnection and like a going blank. And you don't have to force it. Maybe there isn't anything, but maybe there is an aspect that's ready to melt off, to release, to clear. And you don't have to try or force it. Just allow yourself, if there was like a soap bubble off to the side, that would just magnetize any of this, anything that's ready to come out. You could just breathe with that. You don't have to know what it is, although you might if you have a specific memory popping up, or a thought, or a self-judgment or anything. You can just let that soap bubble sort of magnetize it out of your space. And just be with yourself. Be with your breath while you're having this experience. Maybe it's a lack of permission. The world tells us to be serious, to be productive, and spending time with flowers, or the ocean, or cooking, or maybe art isn't always seen as productive. Maybe you can have your hands over your heart while we're breathing and meditating. And just whatever's ready to go into that soap bubble. And it could be as little or as much as clear. It could even be like a color or whatever's ready to go. And then you can just let that go and sort of pop or float off into the universe or maybe out over the ocean. And then I invite you to sit with your breath and to sit with this for as long as you like. Perhaps you notice we actually were doing a meditation with the heart space in my in-person meditate flow class a few weeks ago, and I noticed a beautiful golden light emanating from everyone's heart space and filling up their body. So maybe you start to notice and fill up the golden light from your heart. Or maybe you just sit and breathe with what you've been sitting and breathing. And I invite you to return back to this as often as you like. Feel free to put in the comments any experiences, insights, shifts